And as somebody who is a comedian and spends a lot of time with, let's just say it, unattractive people all over the place, like, and that is a thing. Guess what? These some of the nastiest men you've ever seen in your life are bagging babes and are sucking and f***ing constantly because they have game, because they have personality and they're funny.
Yes.
So you can be a literal troll and still get fucked. That
completely.
I
if you
can
have a
tell
personality.
you have to have the personality, though.
For sure.
So from where I
what if
sit, it would be personality and like being funny.
So if I'm unattractive with no personality, then what would you say?
Money. Then I'd say
the beautiful thing is we're all human. This all happens. You can do whatever you want. There's consequences, but do whatever you want. People are gonna do what they want to do.
100%.
Bottom line.
Baby's crying and the dog's barking. I'm like, you're bad.
Welcome to Two Girls, One Thread.
Okay, I think we need to talk about vibes and vibe checks because we're gonna talk about gut feelings, right? And gut instincts. So this is probably not something that you would do, knowing you, but I'd like to give you an opportunity for a rebuttal. I've been doing this new thing where I'm really into vibes, as you know. You're really into vibes. It's all about the vibes. We're vibes girlies. This is two girls, one vibe is what we could all. That could be an alt title for this very podcast. Two girls, one vibe, and the vibes are high and the vibes are good. My new thing is telling people sometimes, only when it really calls for it, telling people when their vibes are really bad. Because I'm actually trying to do a public service. So like at the airport, for example, vibes traditionally horrific. Obviously, I'm casting a golden bubble around myself before I go in. I've got my headphones, but many people act on their worst behavior at the airport and at weddings. So my new thing is like when I see a dad yelling at his kids and his wife, he can't even get the belt of his Costco khakis undone. He's being a dick to all the people that work there. I let the whole interaction happen, right? And I also know I'm in the safety, of course, of the TSA protecting me. Go through the line, let the whole thing happen. I get my little shoes on, put my little hat on. Obviously, I'm an expert at the airport, very, traveling. So got all my stuff in my pockets. And then before I return my tray, I like to turn to the guy and I go, hey, so sorry, just so you know, your vibes are really bad. Have a great day. I'm trying to help because I don't think he knows.
I know. Maybe just start with thank you. Like, have a beautiful day.
Have
a blessed day.
Have a blessed. You think that I would say that to a man at the airport that I just saw yelling at his wife? Have a blessed day. You think I would do that? What am I starting saying thank you for, though? Thank you for making me appreciate my own life and that I'm not married to you because you have such a bad vibe.
I found myself in a situation once in which I didn't realize I had to be so expressionate about gratitude towards men. And so now I make it a ritual, a practice almost every day just to say thank you.
To men.
Really, I think gratitude is beautiful to express to anyone.
Gratitude is the attitude.
But I just say, happy to help. Always happy, and thank you.
But what would I be thanking this man for? Like, this is very interesting because I truly, my brain is breaking trying to understand.
You were reaching over him to get your carry-on.
Oh.
Thank you. Like, have a beautiful day.
Manufacture a moment. Have a beautiful day. And am I correct in that your argument would be that would be more helpful for society versus telling him that he has bad vibes?
I think so. I mean, Walmart has greeters.
Right.
Not to necessarily give you a real-time rating of your vibe, but to try to elevate your vibe with some happiness, some artificial happiness.
I smile when I've only done it once. It was to this one guy, and I will say it made me feel better. I did it with a smile.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, of course. I said it like this. I said, hey, I don't know if anyone's told you, but you have really bad vibes. I think I did say, have a great day. But mostly I just wanted to, I guess, clock that honey, people see what you're doing.
Yes.
And you should be very lucky that anybody married you with those socks and with what you got going on. Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
I could say that. Have a blessed day. I have a bad feeling that this is how you behave in public, that you're even worse in private. So people are watching, honey. Let's elevate the vibes. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. That's going to be huge for me. That's going to be my new catchphrase in 2026.
Okay.
Because I'm going back to the church, back in the closet.
Yeah. I think that's actually Handmaid's Tale as well.
Have a blessed day.
Have a
And that
blessed
feels very appropriate. So soon we'll probably actually have to say that. So it might actually be good if we practice saying it.
Okay.
Okay, look. We need to talk about a couple of things here. I found some posts. So obviously when I'm looking for posts, I'm looking for the theme that we've discussed. I'm also looking for things that are going to elicit a reaction in Catherine.julius.com's life. That's not even her website. She doesn't have one. She's not on the internet because she's too cool.
CatherineJulius.com.
Okay, CatherineJulius.com.
Website coming soon.
Is the real website coming soon. I was being facetious. So we're talking more about gut feelings. We're gut girlies. Let's see what your gut says about this. This is from probably my favorite Reddit thread. Sarcasm alert. Ask men over 30. Oh my God. The wisdom that this thread must hold. Like, I don't even know. It's like looking at the, have a blessed day. That's what I'm saying to the man, even before I read his post. Ask men over 30. How can you tell if someone's genuinely into you and not your money? Okay, it's a fair question. I'm 32 and from Los Angeles. I've built my own company over the past few years, and things are finally stable. Recently, I started dating a woman who's great fun, outgoing, and easy to be around. But sometimes I get this gut feeling she might be more interested in the lifestyle than me. She asks a lot about what I do, how much I make, and what I own. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but I can't shake it. Any ideas on how to test if someone's genuine without being weird or confrontational about it? How do you guys handle this kind of situation? So what was intriguing to me about this was he has the gut feeling. Something is a little off. Catherine, please, the floor is yours.
So he is a man in his 30s in Los Angeles who's come into a little bit of money.
With his company.
And thinks the woman he's dating is dating him for the lifestyle.
Yeah, that's his concern. This newly acquired lifestyle. And she's asking a lot of questions about what he does for work and what he owns and how much money he makes. And he's paranoid that despite her seeming to be a great girl, are the interests actually in me, or are they in this fantastic lifestyle that he hasn't described, but that I'm sure is probably even beyond what we could even comprehend?
I think he should maybe move cities.
Oh. Well, it says he's from Los Angeles. Okay. So I'm 32 and from Los Angeles. Exactly. Yes, honey. Move cities. Where would you suggest? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That's the thing. I don't think anywhere is safe anymore. And let's be honest, men are their amenity packages. Like, that's what a woman is signing up for.
Okay.
Maybe he just should not lead with his lifestyle. It's hard to be like, I'm dating women. I'm taking them to all the sceney places I want to go eat. And I want to be seen at because everyone in LA wants to be seen and go at other people and feel cool.
Right.
So I'm going to take her to all these places and then want her to be genuine.
Yes.
And be into me for me.
Totally. Yeah, so you already are doing a test. You've been kind of testing from the beginning because to your point, I mean, not that they can all do, what's that show where they all kind of like they're secretly princes or millionaires or, like the farmers or whatever. What's the farmer one?
So good. Which now he has his reality show spinoff, his family. What is his last name?
I don't know, but I'm actually literally want them to be blessed. If there's anything, I want them to be blessed.
Yes.
No, I'm serious though. I think that, if you can't have it both ways. If you want to come out there and be like, oh, I'm daddy and I'm going to take you out to your point and I'm going to take care of you and spoil you and I'm going to lead with that.
Yes.
And then people are literally responding to what you are putting forth. Then you can't be like, so this bitch only wants my money, huh? It's like, well, that's all that you're talking about. And you're saying all these qualities about this girl. She's outgoing and she's this and she's this. I do think it's weird that you've gone on a few dates with someone and she's asking, I don't know. I think any question about how much money you're making more than zero is a little bit odd for I don't know. Personally, I haven't been in straight world in a long time, famously. So I don't know. I've never can imagine being on a date with someone being like, oh my God, that's amazing. So you're obviously doing pretty well. Pretty cool Cybertruck you have parked in there. Thank you again for the ride. So how much money do you make? Is that normal or am I off?
No, I don't think so. I think he might have this fear that that's all there is to him. I mean, let's be honest. Like, there is, if you have like a well-aligned daddy energy, which we want to define as like a warmth, a self-assurance.
Yes.
Like, you know who you are, you know how you move through the world.
Damn.
That organically draws men and women alike towards you.
Yes.
So, like, of course she wants to be with me. Like, I have money, but I have all these other things going for me as well. Like,
swagger.
Who wouldn't want to be with me?
Correct.
So, but I feel like from the position he's writing from, it seems like he's a little bit maybe insecure.
Yes. I think you're 100%, 100% right. Yeah. And especially if it's newer, you're 32 and you've recently, okay, like how long has it been? I mean, this could be in the last like 6 months. I feel like this is giving he just leased his first nice car and he's kind of, maybe there is a shitload of potential for huge income, but he had a couple of his boys, a couple of his mentors be like, yo, listen, here's what's going to happen now that you're in this club. You got to be on high alert because these gold diggers are going to be coming. And you're like, to your point, it's like, it would make sense. Like most humans be like, do you want to be someone who's more attractive or less attractive?
Yeah.
You want to be someone who's wealthy or not wealthy? Someone who's healthy or not? Like there are certain things where it's like, well, if given the choice, it would make sense. Like that is what you're trying to entice her with.
Well, in the same way, like would a man want to be with me if I didn't look the way I look?
I don't know.
Probably.
Let's put you on Love is Blind.
Right? Probably not. But at the same time, like you can't think like that. Like life, everyone,
right?
You are who you are. You are your own full package.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think there's a lot of ways to let the relationship progress.
Yes.
And to see, because at the end of the day, like you want someone who's going to ride with you if things turn south. Like
totally,
life gets complicated. And I think in regular conversation, if she's super just about the scene, just about, literally how much he makes, to me that kind of seems like maybe he's not allowing himself to be his true self and to show up in a way.
Right.
Like, life is hard. If you've made some money in life, I don't think you just fall into that. Like you're a hard worker. You have, a strong resonance to you. So like be more upfront in dating.
Right.
Don't be afraid of like who you are.
Right.
And I think that comes off with more confidence that will make her like, that will draw on maybe different partners.
Yes.
Or also bring the relationship out of its shell a little bit more.
Yeah. I want more context. Obviously, it being Ask Men Over 30, like clearly this is not going to be like a highly verbose, thread of, because he didn't give us a lot of information. So I'm trying to assume the best and not assume the worst with some of these things. But he hasn't said anything about anything that he is even looking for in a partner. He hasn't said any, except not a gold digger. And he also hasn't said anything about what qualities that he perhaps brings to the table. This is going to sound crazy, as a person. And so that is making me a little bit, because what are you wanting it to be? What is this dynamic? I watched I can't remember which season or spinoff, but there was an episode of 90 Day Fiance where there was this guy who had like a medium amount of money. Like I think he was probably killing it in like Akron, Ohio, but like nothing special. And he was so worried that this woman that he was bringing home was going to be, just there for the money, that he brought her to like a fake house that he was the landlord of, which was in despicable condition. I'm like, you're actually a slumlord and this is a nightmare. Brought her somewhere as a trick. Like, okay, honey, I know you just had your 29-hour flight. Yeah, here we are. Do you still love me? And then she was actually so sweet and was like, okay, this is fine. She's like literally like moving trash like off of the little chair that he put her on. And then it's like, just kidding. You're coming with me. You passed the test. You get to come to this like 2-bed, duplex that I rent. Like it was so wild, but he was so worried about that. So I'm also wondering, what level are we even dealing with? Like he might be delusional and think that this girl's dying and she's like, honey, the dumbest guy at my high school makes 50 times more than what you make. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like there is those layers. Like, is he actually even a hot shot? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. And that's why for years I was like, wow, maybe it's tough to date in Los Angeles. Maybe I should move to San Francisco.
No, honey.
I think like
no, honey,
the
no.
tech bro vibe is so different because I'm happy that you're paid, 6 or 7 figures for being a coder. That's amazing.
That is
But I
so
would
cool.
literally rather have a man with zero in his bank account.
Yes.
And who has that like hustle, that dog in him.
Yes.
It's such a better resonance to be in a relationship with. 100%. Like we can go
Yes.
move in a trailer park together.
Yes.
If you're funny
Right.
and you have that hustle to like make
Right.
it work. Okay.
Right.
Like that is so much more attractive to me
Yes.
than the like Silicon Valley types.
Oh my God. But okay, let's see what the boys said just to make sure we got to check in. Okay. Top commenter. If you're really concerned about gold diggers, then early on, you should not be so flashy with your wealth and status. If you're using your Rolex, sports car, nice apartment, fancy dinners, I love how men are, and bragging about your successful business to woo the girl, then you will of course be attracting the wrong type of women. I dated 2 girls for over 2 years each, and they literally never asked me how much money I made or what I own. Neither of them even knew I owned the apartment we would hang out in. I always thought they assumed I rented it, but just never came up. Both of these sound like major red flags to me, but that's just my 2 cents. Oh God, is this the original poster responded to that? No, it's not.
I think I've had it both ways though.
Okay.
Like right.
Yeah.
I feel like after college, someone who I was like maybe dating, casually hanging out with, but I remember after we had gone out in West Hollywood, went back to his place, and it was like a 2-bedroom condo type. And his whole pretense before we were walking in was like, oh, my dad like owns a house in the hills, but I don't like taking people there. So this is just like where we're going to go. So this is the apartment that we keep on the side. Yet like all of his clothes were there. All of his personal effects were there. And I was like, it doesn't really matter. Like, this place is great. Like, but it was, had this kind of like crippling social anxiety about that.
Right. Because probably who's that guy around all the time, and what level is he used to that he thought that he was embarrassed to show you his like 2-bedroom condo that like dad bought for him.
Yes.
And that's how skewed it is. Wait, but so what's the other side of it? You said you've experienced both ways.
Well, in terms of like self-shaming for maybe like lack of amenity packages as well for men. I mean, I think it does get like, I can see why men feel that need to like lead with cars or watches on the front end. I don't know. I think women in LA can kind of be a little superficial as well.
I think I think there's some merit to that. I would argue if you're a wealthy man and you're trying to attract someone and you're leading with cars and watches, personally, I don't think that's really what women go for. When I was in my straight life, you know what worked for me? You know how the lawyer bagged me and put a ring on my 24-year-old son's? One word: vacations. Honey,
vacations.
Take me somewhere warm. Okay, I don't give a fuck about what. You're not even a good driver.
Yes.
I don't want to see you do like. I don't want to see you. I don't know. I'm not like a little boy. Like I'm not into like that kind of stuff. I don't like action movies. Like
I'm not either.
You know, or like get me like nice food. I think that's a big one. You want to take me out for some, like in terms of impressing them. But you're not gonna impress me. Sit and you're like tight. What is this trend of these like navy tight tailored little pants with the little brown shoe and the no-show socks, and you take me to a restaurant that like I could just go there myself.
Yeah.
Like, what are you bringing to the table? I know the men listening to this are literally rock hard right now, and I'm not even actually joking because I feel like men do like when women are mean to them, and that's the tea. But I hope that this guy is blessed. And top commenter did say, follow your gut. If something's off, don't continue. And I do agree with that.
Well, I just think men also are notorious for having terrible pickers. We all get it. If a woman's hot.
Patty Stanger. Wait, have you watched Matchmaker?
And Nick Vile loves to talk about
But it's true.
pickers as well, for sure. Like if she's hot and doesn't seem that crazy, she's fine.
They don't even care about that.
Yeah, they don't care about anything else in the world, which, more power to you. But I think internally we all want a partner. And so if there's, a 15-year age gap, market differences in life experiences, it's not going to have that gravitas of being a partner, like building a life together. It's always going to be your life. She'll be the accessory. And yes, like if something more attractive comes along down the road, don't be surprised if she switches horses midstream.
100%. Because
you guys weren't ever really like connected in that gut way from the beginning.
And like, do you want to take care of this person? Like, what is your goal of being this wealthy, high status man? It's like, again, there's no explanation of that. So it's like, we can only fill in what we think, but it's like, there was no declaration of, and of course, when I find my woman and she's with her man, then I want to spoil her and do this. He sounds like selfish, like the least attractive quality to me in a man. If there's any men that are listening to this that are like, yeah, like I want to be with you. You kind of look like a girl sometimes. I will just say, like, if you're not generous, it's so unattractive. Like the richest, especially when you're rich and you're not generous, that is like the tackiest thing to me, because all of my friends are like rat comedians. Nobody has any money and they're the most generous people and they would give you anything.
Completely.
So that's like, so already this is giving not generous to me. This is giving not,
Well, and what is it? Robert Greene quotes in like The Art of Seduction that lack of generosity isn't even about how much money you have. It's like a constriction of character.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, completely believe that.
I hope that you like having your partner never go down on you. Okay, what do you got, Kat? If you're into that, go for the rich guy that is like, do you want to go Dutch?
Okay, well, this was like a parlay on that, but
parlay me, baby.
On
I'm scared.
under dating, how can an ugly man meet women willing to date him?
Oh God.
I need advice. How can an ugly man meet women willing to date him? I feel like I have tried everything and I don't know what else to try. I'm 33 and have never dated anyone, and nothing I try works. I'm starting to feel my physical appearance is too much of a barrier to dating.
What have they tried? And that would be my first question. What have they tried?
Yes.
And what is this like?
And my second thought would be make money.
Oh, God, Catherine. Yeah. I knew that,
because
there's no thoughts. It's
your
just that,
original poster sounds like the second version of this one.
Yes.
I'm 33 and can't date. Now I make a little bit of money and can date. 100%. Woe is me. Women only want me because of my money.
Yes. Like, totally. Make money. I think you famously always are saying that to me, like when we talk about this stuff anecdotally of like, that is the solution. What has he tried? I am curious. Nothing has been listed. Here's some things I would imagine people would try if they have come to the conclusion that their physical appearance, imagine if that's, that their physical appearance is what is holding them back. I'm imagining going to the gym. I'm imagining, maybe like shaving or waxing, or like being more consistent with like getting a cool haircut or dyeing your hair, or maybe getting plugs if you're self-conscious about, if you're balding. I'm imagining clothing, getting a stylist, asking a friend for help, getting some nicer stuff. It also doesn't even have to be fancy. I mean, you could go to like thrift stores and stuff. That's where
absolutely.
But that's what I'm guessing. Like, what else could it even be?
Top comment, being able to make them laugh goes a long way. Be honest, listen, and pay attention to their interests. Even if you don't consider yourself handsome, practice good hygiene and keep yourself well-groomed.
Hygiene.
If you don't look like you can take care of yourself, nobody is going to think you'll take care of them.
Damn. Okay, yeah. Brushing and flossing your teeth, getting your teeth white. And there are objective things, like we all know people who were like, this isn't a kind thought, but we all know people who are like, you're not a 10 and you're never going to be a 10, and that is fine and that's not in your control. But you clearly have pride in yourself and you care about yourself and you make it a point to look the best and feel the best that you can be. And that goes a long way. And as somebody who is a comedian and spends a lot of time with, let's just say it, unattractive people all over the place, like, and that is a thing. Guess what? These some of the nastiest men you've ever seen in your life are bagging babes and are sucking and fucking constantly because they have game, because they have personality and they're funny.
Yes.
So you can be a literal troll and still get fucked. That
Completely.
I
If you
can
have a
tell
personality.
You have to have the personality,
Yes,
though.
for sure.
So from where
So
I
what if
sit, it would be personality and like being funny.
So if I'm
you could do it.
unattractive with no personality, then what would you say?
Money. Then I'd
Money.
say, let me introduce you to my friend Catherine, not to date, obviously.
Mindset coaching.
Yes, mindset coaching. Clearly not happening.
Available on the website soon.
Exactly.
Yes.
But for that, then I would be bringing them over to that. Maybe.
And I think you're right. Work out. Like every single day, move your body.
Right.
You know, you
Right.
can spend 3 hours a day streaming, whatever.
Yeah.
Go work out.
Not even for the physical part, for the mental part.
Yes.
Like you'll be more confident, you'll be more stable, you will be probably, and get out there. I like the top commenter. It's like, are you trying? They're just listing things that are very basic. Have you tried asking questions? Have you tried laughing? Have you tried read a fucking book and have something to say? You know?
Yeah, another person said prioritize in-person meetings, stick to areas of mutual interest like hobbies and stuff.
Yeah. But I would just I think that I do feel for a person who is in this predicament. Like that makes me sad if anybody's feeling like I want love and I want connection and I feel like I can't find it because of how I look. That's so fucked up and that's so mean and like that's such a crappy place to be and to feel that way. And we've all felt like that. And like that, I feel that on a human level. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of, again, there's not all this, so I can't fill in the rest of it. You don't sound like this angel where you're like, and I've tried this and I've tried going and meeting people at these types of insert thing that I'm interested in, or I've tried being social. Like if you're just like, otherwise, it can give incel. We start to get into that territory when it's just like, why won't they date me? I've done everything I can. What have you done? Written a Reddit post and said that nobody wants to date me because I've decided it's because of this? The person writing this might be a friggin' dime and they've just got a horrible, attitude, or they don't brush their teeth.
Yeah.
And they don't have anybody around them that's telling them that because they're not that nice. So nobody's like checking in.
Completely.
I don't know. My gut says that original poster, has not tried everything and should try a couple of these things. And if none of those work, then they should try to make some money. And if that still doesn't work, I'd be surprised.
Exactly. And think about it less. Like we all get in these doom spirals. We're like, I'm never going to find anyone. Just start working out every day.
Literally.
Figure out how to make a little bit of money.
Literally.
Look in the mirror. See like how your clothes look, how your personal grooming, like you said. If you need a hair transplant. Beautiful thing to throw 5-10 grand at.
Oh God, so affordable.
Life is long. You'll never regret investing in yourself.
Yes.
And when you get into that energy, the beautiful thing for men is the runway. Like you can get married for your first time in your 50s.
Nobody cares.
And no one cares.
No.
So I just think like be in internal alignment, like be happy with your own company.
Go to therapy.
Yeah.
We didn't even say that. How about that?
Be happy with your own company and get a dog. You could always get a dog.
Dogs are
It's a beautiful primer.
Yes.
Or like the ability to connect with another living thing.
Oh my
Keeps
God.
you company.
Pussy magnet.
Yes. Take it on walks, helps attract women. Yeah, get a dog. A lot of men, I don't know why more men who are single and want to find a partner don't get dogs.
That actually might be the best. That might be like the best advice that you could give anybody. Seriously. People love dogs. And then they're stopping you. It's so built in. Even the dog I was just watching, I took her, I couldn't, and I was just wanted to cry alone and eat my little sandwich that I was treating myself to, because you have to take care of yourself. That was my big thing of the day. I'm going to have this nice sandwich that I like, and I'm going to have a nice coffee because I love myself and I'm not feeling very good right now. No one would leave me alone because I had this, you guessed it, gorgeous fluffy dog with me, and everyone had 90 million questions. So why don't you go to a shelter, rescue the ugliest dog there,
Oh, okay.
put them through the why can't I think of the name of the show where all the gay guys make them look better? Let's
And it can
don't
be
even tell me
old
the name of it.
too. It's okay if it's old.
Yes, of course. Literally. And then give them a glow up, give them a queer eye.
Okay.
And then give yourself that. And then right back to us. Okay. I got another one for us. This is another, let's just say this is the other side of the coin. Okay, so this is from the Reddit thread, Ask Women Over 30. Because simply as a balanced Libra rising, I wanted to hear,
I
you know,
appreciate
what's
that.
going on in both circles. Thank you. And thank you for naming that appreciation. Has your gut feeling ever been wrong? Okay. Have you ever listened to a gut feeling and regretted it or realized you were wrong? If so, what happened? How did you develop a stronger sense of intuition? I tend to think my trauma responses are my intuition, and I've been wrong many times. I have a gut feeling that wants me to break up with my boyfriend of 6 years because we're not growing intimately. Trust issues, abandonment, fears, needs are not being met, my PTSD, his ADHD, his fear of my emotions, his struggle with finding a stable career all play a part. Main reason why I'm staying is because we both want to start a family soon and have similar values. Update, all of your responses are super helpful. I'm now realizing my brain is telling me to go, and I have two gut feelings. One is very strong, possibly my trauma telling me to go, and another more subtle feeling is telling me to stay. I'm going to continue therapy, EMDR, IFS, and probably start couples therapy. What do you think, Kath?
What do I think as to...
Has your gut feeling ever been wrong is the original question. And then the follow-up question is, how did you develop a stronger sense of intuition to help differentiate between, is this a trauma response or is this anxiety or is this actually what's going on?
I don't know if my gut intuition's ever been wrong because it's usually proved right. And if I follow it, I guess I don't see like what would have happened in the other path.
Right.
If that makes sense. I think in terms of developing intuition, just noticing how people move in spaces, what motivates them, and
in terms of your own ability to detect some of these inauthenticities that might be coming up.
I think so. And I think it's that idea as well, like when people show you who they are.
Yes.
Believe them.
Right. So you have a pretty strong intuition. So how do you think that you developed that for yourself? Or do you feel like you're just a grounded Taurus? This has always kind of been your core? Or like, how would you say that you have refined it for yourself?
I think from different experiences with different personality types, but I'm also a big believer in the sense that like rooting for people and giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Totally.
And hoping that everyone shows up as the best version of themselves with pure intentions is kind of, in my opinion, the most rewarding way to go through life.
Okay.
Rather than, I mean, we all go through traumas and all have past experiences where people disappoint us. And so I know that can cloud the day-to-day reality of this present moment.
Yes.
But I think by connecting with someone in a super genuine, present way, everything else is kind of in the periphery.
You'll be able to, clock those things if you are really tuned in. And then do you have any advice in terms of how to differentiate some of these things of like, I mean, I relate to a lot of the stuff that they're bringing up, like even at the end, like even just how they framed all of this of, you know, like this person's doing so much work. Like this woman is like, I have this gut feeling, but I'm making sure that it's not this. And I'm going to double check that I'm not off base. And I'm going to check in with this person and my therapist. And they're going to like so many like intensive trauma therapies, like EMDR, like IFS parts work, like they're going to do couples therapy too. So it's like, they're obviously like very motivated to try to unpack all of these things. And even still, they're still questioning, am I doing enough? And feeling bad that they're feeling this way. So do you have any advice in terms of, I don't know, how do you help somebody if they're trying to differentiate, is this my anxiety and my trauma, or is this like actually, like, what do I listen to?
I think all those tools sound beautiful if those help you self-regulate. I also believe that sometimes we overcomplicate the idea of partnership.
Yes.
And if you are going to be married for, let's say, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, let's be honest, there's days that you hate your partner.
Of course.
There's months, there's years. Like life ebbs and flows. And what is it, 9-year cycles? Like you can literally hate your partner for more than 50% of, your marriage.
Right.
That's a real thing.
Damn.
And people still end up married for 56 years. I think that's super beautiful.
And calling it a success and happy ultimately.
So I think it's just choosing each other every day.
And so you think that she should just trust these gut feel, or, you know, like in terms of the question of this actual future validity of this relationship and her concerns. Like she's trying to parse out like, okay, am I like, I relate to this, you know, it's like, okay, wait, am I reacting from what they're doing? Or am I being, you know, is something else inside of me being rubbed on and I'm having a much bigger reaction, like, which is what we all do. I mean, that is human nature. But it's like it just sounds like she's like struggling. That's the part that feels sad. Like, I wish is there a way we could like give her like some relief or comfort in terms of that piece of just, you know, it's like you're already questioning your relationship and if you should leave it. And then now you're even questioning like, oh, well, should I even feel like that? Oh, I'm probably being dramatic, or maybe it's because of this, or I'm just looking for some KJ wisdom here.
She probably is.
She's probably being dramatic?
Yeah.
KJ, that is not
I think
comforting.
the only thing that threatens a relationship is your really inability to regulate your own emotional experience of it, especially if it's with a man. Like men are pretty like what you see is what you get. While you're spinning a zillion things in your head, they're not necessarily doing that. They're like, babe, I'm trying to watch the game.
Right.
I'm having my beer.
Right.
You know, you're winding yourself up and down six ways from Sunday, and they're just who they are.
Right.
So, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I think the tools that she's using is super beautiful to help her name and identify those emotions. But I also think she just needs to take a step back from that sort of inner experience as well. If she's choosing this partner, she can choose to securely be attached.
Right. 100%. I want to see if there's an update on what she actually ended up doing. But I mean, just in terms of like this gut feeling that's coming up, like, I don't know. I personally think as someone, a human, ever heard of it, we've all been through a lot of trauma, right? I think that this tendency though to undercut what you're feeling in the present moment and say, oh, well, maybe I'm just being this, or maybe I'm just, I don't know. I wouldn't want to like nurture that instinct. Like, I think you probably are feeling maybe unsure and like you should listen to that. And just because you've experienced a bunch of trauma and a bunch of other shit has happened, that doesn't mean that you don't get to have an opinion about the present moment. And that doesn't mean that it's always from that, or like, oh, babe, you're overreacting. This isn't about me. This is about, and it's like, well, maybe I'm actually reacting very normally. And so it's like, I don't necessarily want to steer it that way.
Completely.
You know?
And I think like you choose to build a life with someone.
Yeah.
If the circumstances change, the energy changes, let's say, in some way, and you say like, hey, this doesn't feel like it used to.
Totally.
Or I have, you know, concerns about our ability to continue building together. That's valid.
Absolutely.
You know, but I think that's a lot of then she needs to turn inward, sort that out, and move forward with a little bit more conviction.
Right. About what do you want to do? If it's not feeling it, I mean, at the end of the damn day, if it's coming from this source, or your gut is right or your gut is wrong. If your gut is like, I'm not happy and I don't want to be with this person, then you don't need to be with them, baby girl, then get out. I mean, like, I don't know. I've had the experience that I've been with people who have said to me, my gut is saying that this isn't right, or my gut is saying you're not my person. And my response was and is and will probably always be, you should listen to that. Like, that doesn't mean it's not painful to hear that. That doesn't mean that that's maybe the answer I was hoping for. That doesn't mean that it doesn't really matter though what I think. Like, in my mind, it's like, if I think that what you're saying, oh, we're going to go through these seasons and different, okay, but we both have to think that, or it doesn't work. So like, that's what we're seeing too. It's like these clash of things. Like, he might just be like, yeah, my girl's got this CPT, you know, like, and then I got my own stuff happening, and we're chilling and we love each other and we're choosing each other. And yeah, right now we're maybe not like as hot and heavy or feeling as connected, but that could be because of A, B, and C, and we're going to ride it out. But if she's panicking every time that is happening, like eventually that's not going to be compatible. But I'm very pro, like, anybody, and you know this, romantically, socially, otherwise, if somebody's like, oh, my gut is saying like, oh, this just doesn't feel right with you, I'm like, you literally should always listen to that. I will never beg anybody to like, no, but did you think of it this way? Or like, oh, you're seeing it. It's like, that's what it says, honey, please. And I'll listen to my gut. And ultimately I am single. And so I feel that my advice is right. But go ahead. Single, which means peaceful, honestly. Do I miss having my husband barking around the house? Of course.
Okay, this is one from, I guess, breakups. Okay. My boyfriend of 10 years broke up with me because he's in love with his ex. We broke up about 2 weeks ago. Today, he told me the real reason.
Great.
Only after. He called me by the wrong name.
Oh.
I'm broken. I'm hurting mentally and physically. How can you choose someone else over the person you've been with for 10 years like it was nothing?
Damn.
Like it never meant anything at all.
Damn.
After knowing this ex has an ego boost of the I stole your man mentality is destroying me. Not being chosen by the person you love the most is destroying me. I don't have family or friends. I'm fully alone and I don't know how to cope. I don't have hobbies. And when I do go to the gym and try a hobby, this is all I think about. He consumes my every thought and I know I'm worthy of love, but this has made me feel so worthless. Nothing makes me laugh or smile anymore. I don't know how to keep going.
Damn.
The top commenter says, you telling for 10 years this ghost has been on his mind.
This girl's been on his mind.
Yeah, so I guess his ex
Right.
has never fully got over.
Damn.
And she's
When did the breakup happen? What did it say at the very top?
2 weeks ago.
I mean, Miss Girl, you need to be the love of your life. And your friends. The love of your life, like the loves of my life are my friends, and you need to love yourself. I know it's cheesy, but it is true. More than you love.
Wait, did he get
this
back
guy.
together?
He got back together with the ex. He dumped her and then went back to the ex. Is what it sounds like to me.
Oh, because he's in love with.
Because he's in love with the ex, and then she's feeling so. You just got dealt a lot of hits, right? So it's like you just got broken up with by somebody you were with for 10 years. That's like a very stable, long-term thing. Of course, you're questioning your self-worth, right? And feeling horrible. 2 weeks in, honey, you're in the trenches right now. You're in the trenches. This is like making me sad. Like they feel like they don't have friends and all these other things. Like maybe right now, I feel like it's all about survival. It's about one foot in front of the other. It's about going to the gym because you simply have to release endorphins in your brain, or go for a walk, or go outside. And like she just has to take care of herself. Then it's like in a few months, maybe when she doesn't actively feel like she's dying, then maybe it's about going into these things of like, whoa, like what stands out to me is like, I would want to nurture my friendships more if I was this person and seek that out and make that my priority, because your friends, those are the people that are there for you before the breakup. They're there for you while you guys are together. They're there for you when it all goes down. So it's like preventing that pain in the future and then trying to rebuild like actual love of self. This guy's a fucking dirtbag. Of course you feel bad, but you know what? Rejection is God's protection. I do believe that every single time. And this little rat that thinks that she won and, oh, got her man back. Wow, what a prize. This loser left his girlfriend of 10 years and then is so out of touch with his own emotions. That's how long it took him to realize that. Or he's such a coward that he did it in this way. So either way, honey, you've already come out on top. It doesn't feel like it right now, but like you are the winner. Like let them go and enjoy themselves. And like that person, if they feel any type of way, the girl who won, it's like, ew, you guys are so embarrassing. Catherine and I are also fully communicating telepathically while like my mouth is like giving this like genuine, considerate answer. But like, obviously we're just thinking of like what I'm going through personally right now. I'm imagining, right? Which like, I did not write that post. And me and my ex were only together for 4.5 years.
Well, I guess like when I was playing it from both sides, like I can't understand how someone holds a candle for an ex.
I know. For that long?
But that, like, yes, it seems so different. 10 years ago, what was that, 2015? We were online in even a different way.
God.
So like now you've built like a life together with someone for 10 years worth of memories. It's kind of weird to jump ship then. I would say.
I think that he was doing some shady shit.
Yes.
They were talking, and then like she probably ended her relationship and then was like, let me blow up yours and like come be with me.
For sure.
Remember how good it was?
Completely.
Yeah, it was so good because it's been 10 years. I don't remember all the horrible things that happened.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think obviously rejection is God's protection.
it is.
As you like to say. So I think from her perspective, it's going to hurt
Of
for
course.
6 months, a year.
Yes.
But I think then she'll be hopefully able to find someone
yeah.
with a kind heart who
Totally.
she seems to be a good person. She deserves that in a partner.
Yeah, and if someone's with you for 10, like obviously to me, it's like, obviously you were probably a great partner and knowing nothing, but it's like he was comfortable for that long. You guys were together for that long. You both were feeling good that long. Like, I don't even think she needs to even think about, oh, the next person I'm going to be with. I feel like she's got to like turn it all onto like herself and like start to get pissed, hopefully, about like this loser that did not offer her anything, and now he's gonna go and guess what, honey, it's not gonna work out with the ex. It's not gonna work out. The only thing that is working is them embarrassing themselves, and then you get to be the person who like has a glow up and finds a community and go and all the time that you spent wiping in the 10 years, wiping up the sink and picking up his socks. Now go and take a ceramics class. Go and take a dance class, go and watch a movie every day. Like go read a book. That's my big advice. You're like, go to work. I'm like, read a book, guys, guys, I'm begging you, please. It's a bigger world out there, you know?
Completely.
And that's the tea, Kath.
Very beautiful.
Literally be blessed though. I will say that to all the parties involved. If I saw any of those, original poster, the ex, the
we
loser,
root for
I
whoever,
would literally
you know?
say be blessed.
If you want to get off the ride, no one's keeping you.
Oh my God, honey, the bar is up. Literally. Okay. I got one. All right. This is from the Reddit thread HSP, which I believe would be highly sensitive person. Anyone else have that immediate, nope, not a friend intuition? I've been noticing something about myself lately, and I'm curious if anyone else here experiences it. When I meet new people, especially when it comes to potential friendships, I often get this really strong, immediate gut feeling, almost like a whisper, about whether we'll ever truly connect or if there's someone I can genuinely trust and be friends with. It's usually a clear, yes, this person feels safe and good, or a distinct, nope, something about this doesn't feel right. The thing is, my intuition in this area has proven to be incredibly accurate. And sometimes when I've tried to push past that initial nope feeling, maybe because I wanted to be more open or give someone the benefit of the doubt, it almost always ends up validating my first impression. I found myself in situations where I've been betrayed or taken advantage of, just as that initial instinct warned me. It can be a bit isolating sometimes, feeling like you know so much about a person just from an initial interaction, but it also feels like a crucial protective mechanism. Does anyone else here have similar experiences with this kind of immediate, accurate intuition about potential friendships? How do you navigate it? Do you always trust it or do you try to challenge it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. I could have written that post.
Oh, okay.
100%. What do you think?
Well, I think friendships in adulthood are challenging. It's difficult to maybe connect with people on that deeper level. I was actually thinking about this earlier today. What does it mean to build a relationship? What does it mean to you?
Are you asking me? What does it mean to build a relationship with a friend or anyone?
With anyone.
I would say it's about the consistency and the track record, maybe.
Like you spend time with them.
Like breaking it down even further.
Breaking down even further.
Okay, spending quality time with them, having a feeling of mutually choosing to want to spend time together. I feel like that's the first step. Like we both want to spend time together. Great. Taking initiative to make fun plans that we both, or at least I think, would help us connect, help us have fun, help us bond and create memories. I feel like it's like creating memories together, like
Yes.
doing interesting, fun things. I mean, for friends, yeah, it's all voluntarily chosen. What are we doing here? There's no one holding a gun to your head saying that you have to be friends with me and I have to be friends with you. We are doing this for literally no reason except that we enjoy spending time together. And something about you and something about me and our connection, and it's that alchemy, right, that comes together. So I feel like it's like communicating regularly, that, and in a way that's not like so intense even, but like building that intimacy and trust over time. I feel like showing that you care about people.
Yes.
Asking questions about their life, past, present, and future. Asking them about their dreams, increasing trust, and then increasing vulnerability, right? I think that's like what builds relationships, is like, I'm like, you've seen me at moments where I don't feel my best and you're right there with me. And, you've seen at these higher moments and we get to like enjoy that together. What do you think builds?
Yeah, no, I think it's easy to make it into this bigger idea.
Yeah.
When really I do think a relationship just comes down to time. I remember John Mayer in an interview said that now being sober, in terms of dating for him, it looks very different. And he almost wants a relationship to be founded on a series of like micro exposures.
Okay.
So like, come over to my house, bring your laptop. I'll give you the Wi-Fi password. You can take a yogurt from the fridge and let's just spend like 90 minutes in each other's presence for, a repeated series and see how we vibe.
Right.
Rather than having to be this big performative thing.
Okay.
And so I get the original poster's intuition about connecting with some people more than others. And that's fine. Everyone isn't
100%.
meant for everyone.
No.
So then you don't organically gravitate towards each other and end up seeing each other again. And I think the funnier thing is when you almost, in a platonic way, let's say meet another woman and you actually do really enjoy each other. And then on the back end, you're kind of like, would it be weird if I like asked to hang out with you again? We're not friends.
Because it's vulnerable.
Yeah, like
because it's vulnerable. Right. That's what it is.
Like the whole idea of no new friends. Like, are we going to have like a friend date? Because I think that's, college is great for that sort of context.
Built in.
Yes. Or work or whatnot.
Yeah.
So those like micro exposures, you kind of have to go out of your way when you too lack other context.
But I think like that's such a interesting point, and it's such an interesting question. Because what if you really broke it down, what is making up these friendships and these relationships? It's also like, think about what makes you feel good. Okay, what do I like about my friends, or how do I feel cared about? Oh, they remembered that it's my birthday and they called me and they went to a store and they saw something that they know that I liked. So they got it for me. They've been working on this thing and they have a show at this art gallery, and I go to the art gallery and I show up for them. I see them and I give them a big hug.
Yes.
It's like very basic shit if you actually really break it down. Like, they're nice. You just be nice to people that you want, and that are nice to you, and that you have this like mutual foundation. But going back to this like original question with this poster, as I said, I could have written this exact post. I feel every single thing that they said. I definitely have immediate nope, not a friend intuition. I for sure feel that. And I feel everything that they're saying too, where they're like, I try to like check myself and be like, okay, give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe I met them in a weird context. Maybe I was giving off a weird vibe. Like, I definitely try to hold all of those things true, but it is really hard for me. If I catch a bad vibe from somebody, it is... permission to be extremely honest.
Of course.
It is almost impossible for someone to overcome that. For me, like, it's not about a first impression.
Okay.
But it's about a like, I don't know. Cause I just, if I do feel that, it is almost impossible to like undo that curse, I think. And to this person's point, this is why I relate to them when they were just like, unfortunately, what did they say? Like, Oh, the thing is, my intuition in this area has proven to be incredibly accurate. I do feel like that, where it's like sometimes I feel bad, or like I'll be around and a lot of other people are like, what are you talking about? I've always been that. And then I've just accepted it's like, that's fine. If people want to think that I'm a bitch or they want to think that I'm judgmental, I'm not even necessarily judging. I'm more just like, not for me, not my thing. But, you know, what are you talking about? You don't like this guy? This is a great guy. This is a great guy. I don't think it should be that hard to convince me. It's like, I think that I would just feel it. And I like most people. So
Yeah.
So I do feel that, and it can be a lonely place to be, right? When you're just like, and then eventually people will catch up to it. But I don't really care that much about people like agreeing with me on that. I'm more just like, all good, like literally have so much fun. You guys seem like you're having a blast, and I'm so happy for you. For me, absolutely the fuck not. And for that reason, I'm out.
Well, I don't know. I think like shifty people like shifty people. Like if you have that groundedness, that's the type of person I'm drawn to. Someone who's grounded within themselves.
Right.
I feel like they're maybe not always like soliciting like new friends. We just all kind of like coexist, come together, like have interesting conversation.
Right.
But yeah,
Wait, you're saying that you think it's hard? Are you saying that you think it's harder to find grounded friends because?
well, I think not everyone is like has a sense of groundedness within themselves.
Correct.
So I get, but I don't think it needs to be this dramatic thing of like I can immediately disqualify someone as a friend or not a friend. It's like, okay, fine. Like,
Yeah.
if I see them out, I'm not gonna,
No, that doesn't mean that you're rude or that like this person isn't even like judging or anything too. I'm obviously defending them because this person could be me, but it is like, yeah, but I think other people feel some type of way, you know, it can actually like people being grounded and knowing who they are can actually trigger other people because it actually just highlights how much they're not grounded within who they are. And so sometimes that can make them feel threatened. And even if you're like, oh, I'm not even literally, that's not even what is happening here. So that dynamic will eventually fall apart because, you know, they're kind of operating against nothing. But I'll say on the positive side of this, that's actually what I've experienced more. This poster, I do deeply resonate with what they're saying. Yes, I definitely think that you can have that intuition. I think you should always listen to it. And guess what? If you're wrong and that's a great person, then you know what? That person deserves to not be your friend or whatever you want to, however you want to phrase it. But in the positive, I have had the experience every time that I have met my friends for life, I have known when I met them.
Okay.
I've been like, as an adult, I've been like, oh, I absolutely fuck with this person. That person is going to be, we're friends. Of course, it's mutual. It's not like I like force people to be friends with me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm saying I have felt that so clearly. Like I could like, I'm literally lighting up inside thinking of all of my friends and being like, when I first met them and when we first, had an actual conversation, I'm like, oh, I love your ass. I knew immediately.
Amazing.
And then I was right.
Yeah.
So it's not always in the bad, you know?
Completely.
Do you feel that when you meet people, are there certain people that you gravitate to and then you have been accurate and been like, oh yeah, and that ended up being my, you know, whatever.
Yeah, no, I absolutely do. I think I can feel it in other people. And I think also too, if you're someone who struggles maybe to connect with others, it doesn't mean you should stop going out, you know? I think like, even if, like if you're in the cohort of people who maybe like you're clocking as not a friend, maybe there's people who struggle socially or just wanting to be accepted. I think they should still like be out in the world and just practice those social skills. Yeah. You know?
I think that's good.
A room filled with people, I need not be best friends with every single person there. Totally. And it can still be happy that everyone's there.
Exactly.
Like one life to live.
That's actually a very good perspective and a great point. Is that, that doesn't mean that it's just like, oh God, I don't want to be friends. And so then I can't be happy and move through the world. It's like, have you ever gone out in the world? Have you ever gone to the grocery store? Most people, kind of bad vibes, like not really people I'd want to like hang out with, but I'm not miserable. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Thank God that we're not all, you know, seated at our mutual friend's dinner, birthday party, and I have to split a check with that person. And sometimes you're going to have to do that too.
That's true.
And that ultimately does suck. And my advice for that, always bring cash. Okay, do we have one more?
Okay.
Are you an HSP, do you think? Really quick. Just curious.
I don't know what that means.
Highly sensitive person.
I'm just a human being. Okay.
Oh my God.
This is
I'm
from the
obsessed with
thread, Am I Overreacting?
Yes.
Am I overreacting? Girlfriend put Viagra in my drink without telling me.
Oh.
This is kind of a gut feeling, right? This happened a while ago, but it still deeply bothers me. I've talked to a handful of my friends about it, and their response is, dude, you must be gay.
Oh.
Or, you lucky dog, what's the problem?
Okay.
So for context, my now ex-girlfriend and I are both law enforcement for the same department. I work nights. She works days, so our schedules are kind of hectic sometimes. She came to my apartment one night when I got home. She put a boba tea in my hand and told me to drink it.
What?
I'm not a fan of boba, so I told her, thank you, that was sweet, but I'd rather have something else. She acted really disappointed and was being very adamant I should drink it. I don't want to make her feel bad since I thought she was just trying to do something nice for me, so I took a few sips and set it down. She picked it up off the counter, put it back in my hand, and said, you need to drink all of it. I told her fine.
God.
We went to go lay down and watch a movie where I set the cup on my nightstand and didn't touch it again. We ended up having sex a few times, and at some point I got up and went to my kitchen to grab a drink. When I opened my trash can to throw something away, I saw a medication blister pack sitting on top of the garbage.
Oh my God.
At first I didn't think anything of it, but then I remembered how adamant she was about me finishing that drink, and everything started to click. I picked it up, and sure enough, it was a Viagra packaging.
Oh my
I immediately got this overwhelming feeling of being violated.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say, and I was honestly pretty hurt. So not wanting to let my immediate emotions lead me into saying something I would regret, I held my tongue and went to bed.
Oh my God.
The next day, she texted me saying I seemed off, and I decided to confront her by asking about the drink.
Oh.
She initially denied it. But when I sent her a picture of the wrapper, she just responded with the kissy face emoji.
What?
As if it was some cute romantic act. It turned into a huge argument because she just couldn't comprehend why this was bothering me so much, saying it's basically just vitamins, and that she originally got the idea from an episode of Bob's Burgers.
Stop.
But what finally sent me over the edge was the text above, where she thought I was mad because I was emasculated, and that her and her roommate, who's also a police officer, came up with the whole plan while I was at work because I had told her how busy my day was and how I couldn't just wait to lay down. And since she was worried I'd be too tired to have sex, her roommate's boyfriend gave her the pill. I tried to further explain my point by trying to reverse it and explain that if I had done something similar to her and she reported it to PSU, professional standards, which is just another way of saying internal affairs, I would have been fired and most likely arrested. Her response was basically just saying, well, I would never report it, which I took as her beginning to get scared and trying to convince me not to. Our relationship ended soon after, went on a trip to Peru. A doctor used a guinea pig to absorb negative energy from her before sacrificing it to rid her of the negativity. What? And apparently the doctor told her the guinea pig said that I was a source of the negativity in her life, so she broke up with me. I wish I was making this up, but that's a story for another post. Anyway, am I overreacting for letting this turn into such a big problem, or was she genuinely just trying to make a romantic gesture?
Catherine. Okay. I'm sitting up for this. I'm taking a breath. I'm simply connecting to my body. Okay. So, number one, you're not going to catch me defending cops. And I think we all know that. And so this already feels like a trap. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to start by saying this. The cop who wrote this seems actually kind of decent and okay. And my advice to them is that they should leave the force immediately and go and find a new profession, because I think that you need to get away from these demented weirdos. So what I'm imagining is literally my own hell of this is an apartment with two cop roommates.
Yes.
Two platonic cop roommates. And the girl's like, I gotta get Bobby to fuck me. He's too tired from working the night shift. And then the other roommate's like, you ever try giving him some Viagra? Well, I haven't, but I don't want to ask him. I want to dose him. I can't believe Catherine, of course it would be Catherine Julius that would put me in a position where I am siding with a Reddit poster man cop. He's 100% right. If it was in the reverse, she would go, like, she would be arrested. To me, this is not even a real question. Of course, that is not okay. You cannot ever drug someone in any way without their consent. That is so horrible. There's no coming back from that. I don't care. Her responses are the scariest thing in that damn post. And I'm including the guinea pig, and I'm including trying to force feed him a boba tea. This is the weirdest,
And I'm like, what?
grossest story I've ever heard in my life.
Was she trying to like hide the crush up pill? It's so funny that it was boba.
I think that is so bizarre. The girl cop is a sociopath. And that all checks out for me.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. The path that she's on, the behavior that she is choosing to do. Her reaction of being like, being so scary and not any accountability, and literally that, honey, run to your job, put in your notice as a police officer, report her baby reindeer ass. She is not well. And then her and her cop roommate, they can get together and they can take all the Viagra that they want. I can't believe I'm saying this. You're not crazy, original poster. Stay in Peru and find out if guinea pig girl.
Farm?
Yeah, find out if guinea pig girl needs some help, and try to like restart your life. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's not okay. That's low key sexual assault, high key sexual assault. Like, you can't okay, I need to take a breather.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you think, Kath?
No, I'm in agreement with you. I mean, if the situation were reversed, it would be absolutely wild.
The situation as itself is absolutely wild.
Yes.
It's like, what?
To like roofie a female, you know?
Yes.
So.
But his gut instinct of, yeah, I'm good. I just like this whole thing and I'm glad they said that this sounds made up. Like, this whole thing is so weird. Like, babe, you're not drinking your boba. I don't drink boba. Drink your boba. It's so weird. That's so weird.
What is the top comment?
Please.
I cannot understand why people think that Viagra makes you horny. It has nothing to do with your sex drive. It just helps stimulate and maintain blood flow.
Okay.
If you're not horny, you still have zero trigger to get an erection. Viagra only makes it easier to get and maintain an erection. It doesn't cause the erection.
Mentor's pissing me off.
All of that being said, it's still a terrible idea to give someone medication that they haven't been prescribed.
Oh my God.
Medications can cause reactions with food and other meds.
Oh my God.
People have allergies and sensitivities. It's a fucking stupid idea. The other red flag was that she put it in a drink that you don't even like. It sounds like she had zero regard for you all around.
It sounds like she's extremely unintelligent. I'm obviously, be blessed, so grateful that you're out there protecting the streets. But that top commenter is still missing the point. Mm-hmm. Okay, whether or not they're almost victim blaming, they're like, oh, well, you must have been a little bit horny because it only makes the blood go to your dick. But unless you're into it, so it's like, okay, I'm actually scared that I have to say this, but you know what? Like, yeah, people can actually like experience pleasure or I don't even know how to phrase it in a way that it's like, this whole post is like really pissing me off, but that doesn't mean that they want it, or just because he had sex with her doesn't mean that he wanted it, and that means it's okay.
Yeah.
Because he actually had to be horny and do this on the side. Like, are you okay? That would be the thread that I'm going to start, because as soon as we're done, I'm going to be responding to all these commenters. And my question would be, are any of you okay? Mm-hmm. The answer is no. And the only person that I care about is officer, get the fuck out of that house and literally let Boba drugging cop be with roommate Viagra cop. And like, again, then they can That sounds like that could be like a really great solution. Also, the idea that they have to have roommates as cops is really making me laugh.
I know.
That's so, so dark. And I do ultimately love that for them. Is there anybody else that commented anything that made sense? Because I am simply going to go in that Reddit, not under a burner account. I need to know if anybody in there has said one thing that's made sense. Do you see how much you're scrolling? Oh my God.
No.
So your gut was right, cop. Your gut was right. Don't drink the boba. If anyone tries, that's like medieval time shit. If somebody's trying to like force you to eat something or drink something, you say no. Like,
yeah.
what? Why?
And I think boba is like a very smooth texture. So like the grittiness of a crushed up pill, like I understand her thought, but like she should have just like Vitamix a full on smoothie.
I think she did.
You know?
What
like
do you think?
boba,
She went to a boba and then poured it through the big straw?
Boba, it's like, I've only had a handful of times. Some nail salon I used to go to would hand them out.
Right.
But it's pretty slippery.
Yeah, that's
like you could taste a crushed up pill. So it's kind of a weird medium for a roofie, but
oh my God. This whole, I mean, I have to admit, I don't really understand what he was talking about with the guinea pig, but I am glad that he clearly did go and seek out some kind of ayahuasca experience for himself. Trust your gut. Leave the girl. Turn in your badge and let this be a turning point.
yes. Okay.
That's the episode.